Oh, right. They just said a number.
And then they're like, and instead of explaining anything else, they go, but, you know,
Once upon a time, if someone believed something completely insane, there would be no confusion. They'd be outcast. Today, that same outlier jumps on the interwebs, and no matter how bizarre the theory, no matter how completely crazy the idea, they will find other people who agree with them, even when we're wrong. Someone posted a video postulating what would happen if a nuclear bomb were set off in the Mariana Trench. Looked polished and professional, sounded scientific, but it's not. Scientists flooded socials with proof that it was factually incorrect, that the lie had gone around the world before the truth had got its boots on. YouTube removes over 10 million videos every 3 months. That's a lot of misinformation, and that's just what they find. This video went viral during the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Seems right? Innocents refusing to give up in the face of big scary guys with guns. Problem is, this little girl was Palestinian, and that soldier is Israeli. Does knowing the truth change your views on Ukraine? Does it change your views on Palestine?
When we don't just see things once, but see them over and over
and
over and over again.
See them over and over and over again. It is so easy to disregard the massive pile of evidence countering that claim. And maybe you think it's harmless, but then one day you're going to learn that 33% of millennials are unsure of the shape of our planet. And 1 in 4 Americans are convinced the world is flat. 1 in 4. So how do we fix it? You can change the world. If you're not sure where it came from, just don't read it, don't watch it. Move on to the next thing. If you don't have 30 seconds to check, let it go. You think it's important, check later. You don't care enough, then don't. By simply not clicking, bad information gets harder to find. Is it really true, or does it just sound true? Match with what you already believe. Confirmation bias, being more inclined to believe whatever we already think to be true, is one of the hardest things for humans to overcome. We like being right. And this is where we get into murkier territory. We're human. We like knowing. This is this, that is that. Look at me, I know everything. Only that's very rarely the case. It's easier in my classroom, where I can be clever 1 minute, then openly admit that I'm wrong the next. And I can point out that the moment I admit that I'm wrong, I'm now more right than I was 10 seconds ago. I know more than I did 10 seconds ago. And that's a good thing. I don't teach this directly. I just kind of bang on asking for evidence, and after a month or so, they provide it before I ask. And after a while, they realize conversations get better. They start getting to the really interesting stuff much more quickly. And they don't take it so personally because they're arguing with the facts, not the person. So much of human progress has come from people being less concerned about being right than about finding right. Uncovering if something's an assumption. Noticing that there's nothing standing in the way of a new idea. Look at people you think are really smart. You're going to start to notice that it's not about the information that they have. It's what they do with that information, how they use it as a tool. Because that's what it is. It's a tool to get where you want to go. To learn something new. To overcome the problems that you are absolutely going to encounter if you are doing something new, because there will be failures along the way. Elon Musk not just wake up one day and land a rocket on a barge. Smart people are okay with not knowing. They're okay with changing their minds when they learn something new. With failure as a means to success.
So before I share with you some what I do knows, I want to talk with you about what I don't know.
What these things have in common is that kids will take a chance. If they don't know, they'll have a go. Am I right? They're not frightened of being wrong. Now, I don't mean to say that being wrong is the same thing as being creative. What we do know is, if you're not prepared to be wrong, you will never come up with anything original.
And I'm also one of these people that I don't really care about being right, I just care about success. So you'll find a lot of people that will tell you that I had a very strong opinion and they presented evidence to the contrary, and 5 minutes later I completely changed my mind. Because I'm like that. I don't mind being wrong. And I'll admit that I'm wrong a lot. It doesn't really matter to me too much. What matters to me is that we do the right thing.